you all know, Basia is an extraordinary person and an extraordinary Toastmaster. And I think that she's a chameleon because she can be whoever she wants to be. And I mean not only when she's speaking, but also in life. And today she's doing her second project for the entertaining speaker manual. It's very thin, but it's not so easy as you think it is. And what is important today is that she should pick up some data and somehow change it into her own style of speech. And that's what's important for her to develop her own style of speech. So stay tuned. I know that it will be very entertaining, and welcome back.
For those of you who didn't see my first speech, I would only remind that the last speech was, I think, epic. And Dr. Sherba had an honor to visit you and tell a few words about my stories. It was quite funny. Today, I would like to transform into the person that I personally adore. I think that she is a quite calm person. She shows respect. She is respected. And at some point, she survived many storms in her life. While transforming, I will give you a few hints about it. Maybe you will manage to figure it out. Who is she? I changed my shoes, so they are lower. And now I will transform. So transforming is in progress. I have 30 godsons. If I find you interesting, I will ask you 2 questions. If not, only one. Since 1324, I'm the owner of the old whales and dolphins close to the Great Britain. Do you know who am I? You know. Well,
She's dead.
I'm Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor. So, dear Toastmasters, I would like to share a few things about my life and how I live with you today. Barbara asked me, of course. I'm old. We will not argue with this fact. I must admit that Barbara's night cream is working well. I cannot say the same about mine. There was a story that my servant told me when Benedetto was announced to be a pope, that he is not going to rule for a long time because he's old and he will die. I asked him then, do you think that I will die soon? I don't know anything about such events. I am old, and it's quite fantastic and epic future because I'll survive 12 American presidents and 6 popes. It means something. My second thing about me, which is significant, is that I love dogs and cats and horses. Even one of them came with me today, actually from Great Britain, but I think that he's quite exhausted by the plane and by the trip. So I must admit that I have 9 corgis. I feed them each day, I brush them each day. If corgi bites anybody, it means that he annoyed him. It's quite obvious, isn't it? I am not sympathetic toward people, but I'm sympathetic towards animals. And when my cat had his 16th birthday, I sent him a telegram. I don't know why people have a lot of fuss about it. It's quite obvious that I can send a telegram to my cat. It's normal. That's about corgis. One thing I love about my position is that I do not need driving license and passports. That's why I find Poland as a perfect country to practice my driving abilities. And I think that I can present the creativity at the level of Mr. Bean. There is no problem. What about my daily habits? I have a personal piper. He wakes me each day by playing on this beautiful instrument. I adore sandwich with cucumber. And I'm very interested in horses races. Not as my husband, who is very boring and he only reads the Daily Telegraph. If you think that I'm not enough qualified to be the IT specialist, you are wrong. I sent my first email in 1976 from the military base. I also have one excellent and epic present from Barack Obama, and I love it. It's iPod. I personally adore Ali G shows. Here even I have its picture. It's Ali G. But what is the most important thing? That I was not raised to be the queen. I'm not the type of intellectual person. I had to learn it. I'm quite normal as you all are. And Barbara asked me to finish with a quote I create. The training is the way, the key to many doors. You will succeed if you are prepared. And I repeat it to Barbara each morning, especially on Wednesdays when she goes to the Toastmasters club. You have to be prepared to succeed. That's how I did it. So, thank you for your attention, and God save the Queen.